Welcome to video 3.4, Big Spenders, Building a Funnel Chart. Last video, we concluded our exploration of statistical charts with box and whisker plots. In this video, having looked at the data like a statistician, let's now look at it like a salesperson. Let's try out some funnel charts. Fundamentally, a funnel visualizes percentage movement from one stage to the next in a pipeline, like our e-commerce shopping cart. Let's check it out. Open up Power BI and bring in the report we started last video, or open up Code Files, Section 3, Video 3.3.pbix. First, let's name our front page. Right-click on Page 1, choose Rename Page, type Funnel, and hit Enter. We'll start with the built-in funnel chart visual. Click the Funnel tab if it's not already the active page, click in the canvas, then drop a funnel from the Visualizations palette. We'll move it to the top left and drag it out to fit the neighboring chart. For this to make sense, we need to drag sorted stage from cart stages to group, and our values will be the count of customer ID from cart. To subtly add more info, we'll bind the count of order ID to color saturation. This could call out some discrepancies, for example, if we had a few huge customers. Note that it hasn't sorted our stages correctly. We can fix this. Ellipsis, sort by, sorted stage, and then again ellipsis, sort ascending. Perfect. 1 through 7. Now, what information can we glean from this chart? First, we can clearly see the relative proportion of customers at each stage. Second, we can see that more customers are shipped than order processing. This is likely a quirk in our tracking system, or, my mock data. If we hover over the bars, we get some more info. Every bar has its percentage of first listed. That is, of the customers who made it to shopping by arriving at our site from any source, how many made it to the current stage. The second through last bars additionally have their percentage of previous, which indicates the portion of the previous stage that also made it to this one. So for example, at Add Payment, 13% of all the customers that visited our site made it to add payment, and 66% of the customers who added an address went on to add payment. Normally, the percent of previous will be less than 100%. The last stage here is not something you'd expect to see in clean funnel data. If we step through them, we actually see that order processing is our most successful normal stage, as it has over 67% of those who made it to order created make it to order processing. One missing feature from this chart is any breakdown by source. We're also restricted to a vertical layout. We can address both using a single custom visual. Click the ellipsis in the visualization palette and choose Import from Marketplace. When it comes up, we'll type funnel into search, hit enter, and choose Funnel with Source by MAQ Software. OK, then click in the canvas to clear the selected visual, and click the rainbow octopus looking icon. Drag it out. This chart visualizes one of the two-dimensional breakdowns we were looking at last video, but in a funnel. So, we'll drag source from sources to category, sorted stage to subcategory. For the primary measure, we'll use the number of customers by dragging customer ID from cart. The optional secondary measure will be the number of orders. So drag order ID from cart and choose count from the fields dropdown. To clean the labels up, click the dropdown next to customer ID, choose rename, and type number of customers. Hit enter. And then the same for order ID. Rename, number of orders. This one tells us clearly that most of our leads are from the video app, whereas the short text app is relatively weak at lead generation. Unlike the statistics we saw in the previous videos, this one gives no insight into how deep customers from each lead tend to get into the funnel. It just shows us the leads followed by aggregate depth. However, it is much quicker to make sense of, making it a good high-level visual to include. In fact, we'll lead with this, leaving the detailed stats on the second page. In the next video, we'll use map visuals to find out where our orders are going.